Hi, everybody. This is Amy Cothran. I want to let you know what happened at City Council meeting, both on November 8th and November 22nd. November 8th meeting was just so short. I thought I'd combine it with this one. Skylar Puffer and Nikki Huffman are new members of the volunteer fire department. Brett Jacobitz is a member of the LB 840. Committee. I'm not sure what that is until the end of the year. Okay. The animal shelter, they're increasing the fee that the city pays the animal shelter, the Janetta Hunt Animal Shelter, to $71,760. There's a settlement offer of City of Blair versus Michael P. Shotwell. I'm not sure what all that settlement was about or what the lawsuit was about, but they're settling for looks like $101,000. I got no truck traffic on Crossroads south of Washington. So they're looking to make it to where there's no truck traffic on the Crossroads south of Washington Street unless they are making a delivery. So those streets, Lincoln and Colfax and Grant, they're going to make it to where trucks cannot go down those roads between 75 and 30. So that should help some of the congestion there. And that's got your that meeting. All right, last night's meeting was a little bit more in depth. Kevin Barnhill at KB Quality Meats asked for a special designated liquor license so he can serve alcohol on December 9th, 2022. It seems as though they're going to have some different alcohol coming into the store for sale, and the distiller's going to be there, and they're going to be handing out samples. That's on December 9th, 2022, and that was approved. There was a big talk about the cemetery and just how plots are, and if you buy like 12 plots, that you can't do a big head marker after if you buy it after April 1st. There was talk about mausoleums, that they're not going to have any more mausoleums out there, and just a lot of talk about the cemetery and just things that trying to revise some things to make it easier to upkeep. There is street lights being planned for between 10th and 11th Street on Adams Street. So from what I understand, it's really dark there. They're talking about putting in 2 street lights. The street lights themselves will not cost us anything. It's just the bill that the street lights cost, and each one of those lights cost $2 or $3 a month is what they said. On Hollow Road, which is off of Highway 30, it seems as though that road is really narrow. It's not well maintained. The side ditches and irrigation ditches aren't like they should be. We have no right of way. So they are wanting to get the 66-foot right of way there. So they have Nelson appraisals that are going to come out and appraise it and see what all that's going to take to get the 66 foot right of way, like, you know, any normal road. That's gonna cost $59.50. Um, there's a mini excavator that is going to be purchased by the Public Works Department. $60,000 was budgeted for it, and it's gonna cost about $52,000. There was also a lot of talk about sewage relief on South Street. And we're talking about there being choke points, and so there's going to be a lot of work on South Street. They're going to bring somebody in to look at that and see what that's going to take. They're going to have the engineers come in and kind of give them a project on how they're going to do that, and that's going to cost us $48,000. But that way, whenever they get ready to tackle it, when they're able to put that money in the budget in order to be able to tackle that problem, they'll already have the plan and know exactly how they're going to go about doing that. So the project itself, the planning is going to be now. The project itself will be later, and it will be they'll put it into the budget to make sure that happens. Oh, Vets Field. This one was interesting. Vets Field, it seems as though they have the old lighting system, and they have to replace lights, like 2 or 3 lights a year, to make sure that Vets Field is lit up and is safe for people, for you to play baseball and softball at night on Vets Field. Well, they are contracting with Musco Lighting, LED. They're going to put LED lights on the field. The LED lights, they said that the neighborhood's going to really be able to tell that they have changed lightings because the LED lights are going to stay, for the most part, on the field. There won't be a lot of extra lighting that the lights will make in the neighborhood. So that should cut down on the lighting within the neighborhood that you see whenever those lights go on. That's going to be a $208,000 project. That project has been budgeted to be done. The problem with the lights that we have now is we have no replacements. So we can't, you can't buy any replacements. It's an old system, so we have to upgrade. Then fireworks. Fireworks was an interesting topic last night. It seems as though what they used to do is they used to take a bid, and the person with the highest bid could sell fireworks out on Vets Field. The same person seemed to be winning the bid every time. So they were considering having 3 licenses and drawing it out of a hat to figure out who got the licenses. Well, they've come up with a pilot program they're wanting to try, and they're going to let anybody who wants to sell fireworks sell fireworks. It's a $5,000 license fee. They have to have written agreement by the owner of the property that they're going to sell fireworks on. So the property's got to be big enough for the tent to not cause any, all this has still got to be approved by the city if they're able to put up their tent and sell fireworks in that location. But they first go get permission. So the fireworks stands will be in plenty of locations throughout Blair, possibly in front of Walmart, possibly over there by bomb guards, places where it's big enough for a tent to be put up so they could have their fireworks. But it's not going to be in Vets Field. Sorry about my phone. There was an anonymous donor who had donated $1,200, $100 bills. And what he was wanting to do is, it seems like other communities have it to where cops go out and they have a little bit of money, and so on a traffic stop or something, they reward people with money and whatnot. And this police officers and the city didn't think pulling people over for non issues was a good idea. So they're going to locate at stores and determine who they're going to give the money to. And so the police officers got $1,200 bills to give out. They're going to try to give it to people who need it, who I'm not sure how they're going to identify the need, but it's going to be interesting. They said Channel 3 is going to cover it. Channel 3 wants to cover it. Obviously our paper wants to cover it. Blair Radio wants to cover it. So that will absolutely be an interesting proposal. There was also, I don't see it, but there was also a issue last night about the pool. And I mean, it was a big issue about the pool because the filtering system seems like there it is. Every time we get something, we just keep it and we maintain it and forever, and all of our stuff goes out of date, and then we have to figure out how to, or what we need to do to get it back into date. Our filtering system for our pool is out of date. So we're having to bring somebody in to design a new filtering system that will maintain that pool. And that's going to cost us $12,000 for that system. I think for that system, maybe it's just for GEO, for design, permit, bidding, and construction management for new pool filter is what it says. And finally, there is a new police officer or there will be a new police officer in Blair. From what I understand, she's still got to go through the police academy. But Samantha Anderson will be our new police officer after she gets done with her training. And that's what I've got for the last 2 weeks of city council meeting. Thank you.